Yes. Jai Hind and hello everyone. Welcome back to Crack Grade B. This is Sunil Janged and I will teach you English. And as you know, this is our second day, second lecture. In the first class, in the first session, I told you about some strategy to just cover the entire syllabus, right? I told you about different three segments. One is grammar, second one is comprehension, and third one is vocabulary. So that was the syllabus, and we started a chapter subject verb agreement. So in today's session we shall discuss subject verb agreement. We shall proceed subject verb agreement, and after that in today's lecture we shall also discuss some of the vocabulary part, and we shall cover phrasal verb. So hello everyone, this is Sunil Janged, and kindly just confirm it. Are audio and video clear? Am I audible to you? Just do a comment, and after that we shall proceed and we shall start today's lecture. So you just comment ki are audio and video clear? Is everything okay? Yes. Are audio and video clear? And this is my humble request to you all. Kindly share this session with your friends and relatives and subscribe the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Kindly subscribe the channel, share the session, right? Okay. Hello XYG. Yes. Are audio and video clear? Just do a comment. In today's class, we shall discuss subject verb agreement, and in last 20 to 30 minutes we shall cover phrasal verb. And as you know, phrasal verbs are the most important part if you talk about any banking exam. If you are preparing for any banking exam, so phrasal verbs are the you can say it plays an eminent part or eminent role in your syllabus, right? So audio video sub okay? Yes. Let's start. As you know, we started a chapter subject verb agreement, right? Subject verb agreement. Those who are newcomers in today's session, subject verb agreement we have started, and as you know, in every sentence verb must be agreed according to subject's number is called subject verb agreement. A verb must be agreed with subject's number is called subject verb agreement. If a sentence has a singular subject, its verb will also be singular, and if a sentence has a plural subject, plural verb is used. That is subject verb agreement. Okay, and after that I told you some of the singular and plural subject, singular and plural verb, right? I told you ki first form of the verb, if you talk about first form of the verb, this verb is always base verb, this verb is always called root verb, and whenever we add s or es with first form of the verb, now it becomes singular verb. If you just add s or es with first form of the verb, it becomes singular verb. And if you add s or es with a noun, if you add s or es with a noun, now it becomes a plural noun, right? And after that we discussed a concept: if two singular subjects connected by and, two singular subjects connected by and take a plural verb unless they refer to a single person or animal, right? So in the last concept was introductory subject. It and there are introductory subject. It always demand a singular verb, and if you talk about they, there, so it demands a singular as well as plural verb, depends on the sense of a sentence, right? So let's take an example. If I say it were they who helped me then, right? First sentence. Second one is there were really nobody present. There were really nobody present in that building. These are two different sentences. there were really nobody present in that building. And another sentence is, there was many players. There was many players who involved in the spot fixing. Third sentence. Let's discuss all these sentences, right? As I told you, it and there, if you talk about in English, these are two introductory subject. Whenever it comes to introductory subject, in English, we have only two introductory subjects. One is it and second one is what? There. Make sure it always demand a singular verb. We always use a singular verb with it, but make sure ki there demands a singular as well as plural verb. You can use a singular verb as well as plural verb. It depends on the sense of a sentence, right? It depends on the sense of a sentence. Like in this example, this is it introductory subject. It is always considered singular and it demands a singular verb. Were is a plural verb. If you just want to improve the sentence, use a singular verb was, right? So sentence will be, it was they who helped me then, right? And make sure this was is a linking verb. This is the most important concept, my dear students. Make sure this was is a linking verb. And after linking verb, whenever we use a pronoun, linking verbs are followed by a subject complement. So this pronoun will always be in subjective case, subjective mood, right? Linking verbs are followed by a subject complement. To complete subject, this pronoun must be of subjective case. Make it sure. For example, if I say it is, or in past, if we talk about, you can say it was, right? This is the linking verb. If I say it is I, or we, or he, she, or they, right? These are subjective case. Or if we talk about objective, me, us, right? Him, her, or them. This is a sentence. And if you talk about, these are subjective case, as we know, right? And these are pronouns of objective case. These are objective case pronoun, right? These pronouns are of subjective case. This is a linking verb. Linking verbs are followed by a subject complement. Linking verbs are followed by a subject complement. To complete this subject, all these pronoun will also be in the subjective case. Objective case will not be used. This is wrong. We always say what? It is I, it is we, it is he, it is she, or it is they, right? We just speak like that. This will be wrong if you say it is me, it is us, it is him, it is her, or it is them. If you speak like that, sentence will be wrong. Linking verbs are followed by a subject complement, and this subject complement will always be in subjective case or subjective mood, right? So always say it is I, it is we, it is he. Okay. After, in the second sentence, just if we talk about, there is what? There is always an introductory subject, right? And after introductory subject, when it comes to verb, we always use this verb according to the noun or pronoun. This nobody is a pronoun of singular pronoun. So they are introduced to nobody. So now there becomes singular and singular verb will be used. So to make it singular verb, just use a singular verb was. So sentence will be what? There was a really nobody present in that building. We just speak like that. There was really nobody present. This introductory subject introduces to nobody. Nobody is a singular pronoun. So there also becomes singular, and we use singular verb to just for subject verb agreement. Singular subject, if you have to use a singular verb, right? Like in the third sentence, if you talk about, in the third sentence, if we say there is an introductory subject, right? This verb will always be according to the noun. This many players is a plural noun, and as we know, there introduces to many players, so now there becomes a plural subject, it becomes plural subject. And for subject verb agreement, verb will also be plural, so just replace was with were. If you say there were many players who involved in the spot fixing, sentence will be okay. Are you getting my point? Just do a comment. Are you getting my point? Are you all sentences are clear or not? Just leave a comment. Yes, XYG. Always try to make this session interactive, right? If you have any issue, if you have any problem or doubt, so just do a comment and I will reply to your comments, right? So are you getting my point? These 4 sentences. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, one more sentence. If I say, we have discussed this sentence in the previous lecture as well. Although these buildings are in need of repairs. Although these buildings are in need of repairs, there have been much improvement in their appearance, right? This sentence. Okay, Abhishek, Ashutosh. Okay, guys. Okay, although these buildings are in need of repairs, there have been much improvement in their appearance. This sentence is you can say this is previous year question. Okay, this introductory subject, there we have, this one is introductory subject, and we use a verb with introductory subject according to the noun. This improvement is what? This is uncountable noun. This noun is uncountable, and as you know, uncountable nouns are considered singular. From verb point of view, all uncountable nouns are considered singular. This there introduces to what? It introduces to improvement. So now there becomes singular subject, and to just subject verb agreement, for subject verb agreement you have to use a singular verb. So in the sentence singular verb has will be there. Although these buildings are in need of repairs, there has been much improvement in their appearance. We just speak like that, okay? And as you know, I told you ki we also speak like that once there was a king, we speak like that. This introductory subject there, we have an introductory subject there, and this introductory subject introduces to what? Singular subject, singular noun, a king. So there becomes singular subject. We use a singular verb was, right? Sentence is okay. If I speak like that, once there were 2 kings. If I speak like that, once there were 2 kings, right? In this sentence, their introductory subject we have, right? And this introductory subject introduces to what? Plural noun, 2 kings. Now there becomes plural subject, and we have to use a plural verb were. This sentence is also okay. So what do you consider? What do you think of it? Concept is what? It and there. Concept is that it and there are introductory subjects. It and there are introductory subjects, right? We use a singular verb. We use a singular verb with it. We use a singular verb with it. we use a singular verb with it, but we can use a singular or a plural verb. We can use a singular or a plural verb with their. We can use a singular or a plural verb. It depends on the sense of a sentence. On the sense of a sentence. If a sentence gives a singular sense, we use a singular verb, and if a sentence gives a plural sense, plural noun, we use plural verb. So this one is the concept, right? Concept is before you. You can just prepare notes from these slides. Okay, it and there are introductory subjects. We use a singular verb with it. We always use a singular verb with it, but we can use a singular or a plural verb with there. It depends on the sense of a sentence. If a noun or pronoun is given which is of singular sense, so there demands a singular verb. If a noun or pronoun in the sentence is of plural sense, it demands a plural verb, right? So let's move to the next slide. Okay, if I say this is the sentence, one of the buildings were damaged badly. One of the buildings were damaged badly, right? First sentence. Second one is each of us are diligent. Diligent, means what? Diligent means you can say careful or hardworking, right? Careful, painstaking, you can say diligent, hardworking. Each of us are diligent. Third sentence is neither of these two bags are mine. Neither of these two bags are mine. And the last sentence is the teacher asked if every one of them were ready to attend the class. This is the fourth sentence. Okay, let's discuss the concept. Okay, in all these four sentences, we have some keywords. In all the four sentences, we have some keywords. And what are the keywords? In the first sentence, you have a word one of, right? In the second sentence, you have a keyword, you can say each of. In third sentence, we have a word neither of. And in the last sentence, we have a word every one of. Right? We have different 5 words. One is what? One is one of, each of, either of, neither of, and every one of. If you get any of these 5 words, what are the words? As I said, one of, next each of, third one is either of, fourth one is neither of, and the last one is every one of, right? If you get any of these 5 words, make it sure all these words are followed by a plural noun or pronoun. These words, any of these words is followed by a plural noun pronoun, but make it sure verb which is followed by verbs which are followed by these plural noun, this verb must be singular. Verb must be singular and noun or pronoun will always be plural. This one is the concept, right? It means you can say we are talking about plural. These are all, right? We are talking about plural number, but out of plural, we are talking about these singular. Out of plural, we are talking about one. You can say like you have many plants, you have many friends, but out of all you are talking about one, out of all you are talking about one plant, or you are talking about one friend. This is the concept is all about. This is the concept all about. All these words are followed by a plural noun pronoun. Verb must be singular. So let's apply the concept in different 4 sentences. Please continue these English lectures for our RBI Grade B 2023 exam. You teach really well, sir. Thank you, brother Abhishek. Thank you, brother. Just keep sharing the session, okay? Don't you worry. I have enough experience. If I talk about experience, then I have been teaching English for the last 12 years, right? So I will provide you good content quality, exam oriented pattern approach, you can say, right? Whether you talk about grammar, vocabulary, or comprehension, don't worry about that, right? In comprehension segment, I will teach you some parajumbles, or you can say fillers, right? And the method or approach, you can say, that will be up to your exam, or exam oriented approach will be there. Vocabulary, in vocabulary point of view, if we talk about, though, I shall provide you enough vocabulary so that you can qualify your exam or dream exam, right? So don't you worry about content quality or whatever, right? Just keep sharing the session or subscribe the channel. Just ask others to just follow this channel or platform, or you will get classes Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. right? 5 p.m. you will get English class here. At 6 p.m. you will get reasoning class, right? So things will be regular, okay? So these 5 words are followed by a plural noun pronoun. Verb must be singular. So let's apply the concept. And as you know, after one of we use a plural noun. So buildings is a plural noun. Make it sure. If I just write like that, like this, one of the building, if I speak like that, was damaged badly. So this is error from noun point of view, right? As we know, one of is followed by a plural noun. This one is singular noun. So to make it plural noun, you have to say what? One of the buildings. But in the sentence, after one of, we have a plural noun, but verb will be what? Singular, right? So this plural verb will be replaced by was. So sentence will be, one of the buildings was damaged badly. So mean to say, there are so many buildings, and out of so many buildings, one is damaged badly. One is damaged badly. So one of the buildings was damaged badly, right? After, in the second sentence, you can say word each of is followed by a plural pronoun. Us is a plural pronoun. This is objective case of we, plural pronoun we have, but verb will always be singular. So just replace are with is. Replace are with is. Sentence will be, each of us is diligent. So many friends, so many persons here we have, but out of so many, we are talking about each. We are talking about individual, right? So verb will be singular. Verb will be singular. Just a minute. Okay. In the next sentence, neither of these 2 bags. Okay. This word neither of is followed by a plural noun. These 2 bags, this one is a plural noun. Verb will be singular. So are is a plural verb. Replace are with is. Sentence will be, neither of these 2 bags is mine. Neither of these 2 bags is mine. Okay. Every one of is followed by a plural. Everyone is followed by a plural pronoun. Okay, this one is, them is a plural pronoun, right? It is an objective case of they. Them is what? Them is an objective case of they. If they is plural, so its objective case them is also plural. So verb will be singular. Were is a plural verb. Just replace were with Was. So sentence will be what? Sentence will be the teacher asked if every one of them was ready to attend the class. The teacher asked if every one of them was ready to attend the class. Are you getting my point? So this one is the concept. All these 5 words are followed by a plural noun pronoun, but make it sure verb will always be singular, right? Verb will be singular. Verb will always be singular, you can say. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's move to the next slide. And next concept is what? Next concept, if you talk about, okay. If I say, next concept, if I say, okay, you tell me about this concept. Behind those mountains. Behind those mountains were situated a village. This is the sentence. Behind those mountains were situated a village. This is the most important concept if you talk about subject verb agreement. So out of all the concepts, this is the most important and a little bit confusing one, right? Little bit confusing one. So in exams we usually just sentences, we usually see sentences like these, right? So sentence is what? Behind those mountains were situated a village. Okay, behind those mountains were situated a village. Okay, another sentence you can say, just outside the hotel. Just outside the hotel was parked 2 new cars. Just outside the hotel was parked 2 new cars. Okay, third one is what? 2 miles beyond that, pasture. Pasture is what? Pasture is a place where animals graze. Pasture is a place where animals graze, right? 2 miles beyond that pasture was grazing cattle, right? And the fourth sentence is, along the northern frontier of India. Along the northern frontier of India is seen the Himalayas. Is seen the Himalayas. Okay, these are 4 different sentences. As I said ki this is the most important concept, so just listen me carefully. What is concept actually? You know, in all the sentences, what happens? We use a subject in the beginning of a sentence. We use subject in the beginning of a sentence and we just make it sure ki this subject, whether it is noun or whether it is pronoun, we just find the number of this subject and according to this subject we use a verb. This is the normal process, or this is the method you or approach you can say which we follow in 99% of the sentences. In 99% sentences in English, what we use a subject in the beginning of a sentence. We just identify the number of the subject, whether it is singular subject or whether it is plural subject, right? So according to the subject's number, we always use a verb. But in these four sentences, in the beginning of a sentence, we get a preposition. In the beginning of a sentence, in all these sentences, we get a preposition, and after preposition, we use a noun. Okay, and make it sure कि preposition plus noun, this becomes phrase. This preposition plus noun becomes what? It becomes phrase. And make it sure that this phrase is used, whether this phrase is used as an adverb, right? This phrase is used as an adverb of place or adverb of direction, right? In all these four sentences, concept is going to be changed a little bit. What it is going to be changed? I said ki in most of the sentences we use subject initially, right? But in all these four sentences we use a phrase, right? Preposition plus noun becomes phrase, and this phrase acts as an adverb of place or adverb of direction. Like in the sentence, this behind is a preposition, right? And those mountains, this one is noun. So preposition plus noun, it becomes phrase, this becomes phrase, and this phrase is what? Adverb of place or adverb of direction, right? And make it sure कि adverb can't be a subject in a sentence. Make it sure कि subject can only be a noun or a pronoun. Subject or object can only be a noun or a pronoun. But this preposition plus noun is a phrase. This is adverb. Adverb cannot be a subject in a sentence. So this is what? This is helping verb. After that, this is main verb, and we get a subject in the last of a sentence. That's why this is a little bit confusing. The method, the approach applied in all the four sentences, it is quite, you can say, different. That's why it becomes confusing to most of the students. In the beginning, now we don't get a subject, we get a phrase, adverbial phrase, and we get a subject in the last of a sentence. So this is the subject, and we use a verb according to the subject. And a village, this is singular subject, singular verb will be used. This is plural verb. Replace verb with was, sentence will be okay. Sentence will be like, behind those mountains was situated a village. Are you getting my point? Yes. Are you getting my point? Abhishek, Ashutosh, XYZ. Yes. Yes, dear students, are you getting my point? Is everything okay? Just make a comment. Okay, let's move to the second sentence. In the second sentence, this just outside. This one is preposition, just outside. The hotel is what? Noun. So preposition plus noun is equal to phrase, and this is adverbial phrase. This is adverb. Adverbs cannot be subject in a sentence. After this phrase, we use a helping verb. After helping verb, this is main verb. And in the last of a sentence, we get a subject. Two new cars is a plural subject. So according to this plural subject, plural verb will be used. This is singular verb. So plural will be what? Plural verb will be were. So sentence will be just outside the hotel were parked two new cars. Yes. Okay. Okay, Abhishek. Sentence will be just outside the hotel were parked two new cars. Make it sure कि we are talking about parking two new cars. We are talking about parking. So parking, we never park hotel. We park to what? We park to vehicles like cars or you can say truck, or we park these. Right? So according to this, subject verb will be used. And make it sure situated is what? he is saying behind those mountains was situated a village. Village is situated, mountains are not situated. Behind the mountains, behind those mountains was situated a village. We are talking about village is situated. So according to this subject, verb will be used. In the third sentence, if you talk about, in the third sentence, 2 miles beyond, this one is preposition, beyond is a preposition, that pasture is what? Noun. So preposition plus noun, this one is adverbial phrase, this is phrase, and this phrase acts as an adverb, adverb of place or adverb of direction. After that, helping verb, main verb, and in the last you get a subject. And cattle is what? Cattle is a plural noun. You know it very well. Ki cattle is what? Cattle we called to animals. Animals is called what? Cattle. So this one is plural noun, and according to this plural subject, plural verb will be used. So replace was with were. Sentence will be 2 miles beyond that pasture were grazing cattle, right? In the fourth or last sentence, you can say, in the last sentence, along the northern, along is what? Preposition, and the northern frontier of India, this one is noun. So preposition plus noun, again it becomes phrase, and this phrase acts as an adverb. Adverbs can't be subject of a sentence. This is helping verb, this is main verb, and in the last of a sentence we are getting a noun subject. This is subject, and make sure ki Himalayas is a plural subject. You know Himalayas is what? Himalayas is a series of mountains, groups of mountains, right? So this one is plural subject. You can say Himalayas, or you can say Alps, Vindhyas, Aravalli. These are plural subject. These are groups of mountain, series of mountains, you can say. So this is plural. But if you talk about Mount Everest, Mount Abu, or Kanchenjunga, this is a mountain. Mount Everest is a singular subject, but Himalayas is a series of mountains, so it is plural subject. So according to the plural subject, verb will also be plural. Is a singular verb, so replace is with are. Sentence will be what? Along the northern frontier of India are seen the Himalayas. This one will be the error. Okay, so this is the concept. Concept is what? Concept is if a sentence starts with any of the adverbial phrases, use a verb according to the subject, which is given in the last of a sentence. So this one is the concept. Right? Are you getting me? Okay, let's take some more examples. If I say through education comes manners, right? Through education comes manners. Through education comes manners. Okay. In this sentence, as you know, ki this one is what? Through is a preposition, education is noun, right? This one is phrase, and this is adverbial phrase, you can say. This is adverb. Adverb can't be subject. This is verb, and this manners is what? Plural subject. Manners is what? Manners are, you can say, etiquettes, or this one is plural noun. So manners is what? This is plural subject. So according to the plural subject, verb will always be plural, right? So just drop s to make this verb plural. Drop s to make this verb plural. So sentence will be, through education come manners, right? This is the sentence. Okay, okay. Okay, you tell me now. My friend, are you? My friend, are you? Just improve the sentence. Here in the sentence, you can say ki this is not adverbial phrase. This is subject actually. In the beginning of a sentence, this word my friend is a singular subject. So singular subject will always demands a singular verb. So drop are with is. So sentence will be what? My friend is you. My friend is you. This one will be the sentence. Okay, my friend is you. Yes, Abhishek. This is not the adverbial phrase. You know, adverbial phrase is what? Preposition plus noun always makes phrase, and this phrase acts as an adverb. So if you get a phrase in the beginning of a sentence, then we have to use a verb according to the subject which is given in the last of a sentence. Then only you have to use a verb according to the subject which is in the last, right? If you don't get a phrase in the beginning of a sentence, so this one will be the subject, and according to the subject we have to use a verb. So this is the concept, and as I told you ki we shall discuss some phrasal verb also. We shall discuss today some phrasal verbs. So let's move to the phrasal verbs. Okay, phrasal verbs. Now we are going to discuss phrasal verb, right? And you know what is phrasal verb? Okay, as you know ki we have a verb, right? Whenever we use a preposition after a verb, whenever we use a preposition after a verb, now it becomes phrasal verb. Now it becomes phrasal verb, and the meaning of this phrasal verb gets changed. The meaning of this phrasal verb now, its meaning gets changed. Meaning of what? Before preposition, the meaning of verb will be changed if you just add a preposition, and when you make it phrasal verb, its meaning gets changed. So let's take some example, like if I say first phrasal verb is what? First phrasal verb is look up. Look up, right? So look up is what? What is the meaning of look up? Look up means to consult a word, right? This is the meaning of look up. For example, if I say look up this word, look up this word in the dictionary. Look up this word in the dictionary, right? So how question arises from phrasal verb? Examiner usually what he or she does, he just underlines, or you can say he gives a blank in place of preposition up. So you have to just make it sure ki this verb look acts as an phrasal verb. So which preposition will be appropriate to fulfill the meaning of this sentence? Which preposition will be appropriate to fulfill the meaning of a sentence? So if you know कि look up means what? Look up means to consult a word, right? किसी word को consult करना, ढूंढना, like, right? Search करना किसी word को. So look up this word in the dictionary. So we always, what we do, we consult a word in a book or newspaper. We use a preposition up to show the sense of to consult a word, right? Okay, let's move to the second one. Look up to. Look up to. Okay, look up to means, you can say, to regard or respect, Look up to means what? To regard or to respect. To regard or respect. For example, if you say, we should look up to, we should look up to our elders. We should look up to our elders, right? We should regard our elders. We should regard our elders, or you can say we should respect our elders. We are talking about, okay. Let's move to the third phrasal verb, that is what? Look upon. Look upon. Look upon means to consider. Look upon means what? To consider. To consider. To consider. Have you ever watched a movie Mohenjo-daro? Mohenjo-daro. In the trailer of that movie, yes. Am I audible to you now? Am I audible? Abhishek? Is everything okay now? Okay. I was saying कि look upon means to what? To consider. Okay. I was saying कि have you ever watched a movie Mohenjo-daro? Right? When this movie came, and in the trailer there was a sentence. Sentence was what? It is looked upon. It is looked upon that Mohenjo-daro was before India as it is. It is looked upon that Mohenjo-daro was before India as it is, right? You can take some more examples also, like you can say कि it is looked upon that Bihar is a spiritual state. It is looked upon that Bihar is a spiritual state, right? This is also an example. Okay, you can say it is looked upon that Indore is the cleanest city. Indore is the cleanest city. You can also speak like that. So look upon means to consider. And example, if you say it is looked upon, it is looked upon that Indore is the cleanest city. Right? This is the example. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Look upon. Okay, fourth one is what? Fourth one is look over. Fifth one is look into. And sixth one is look out. Look out, right? Look out. If you talk about look over means to examine. Look over means to examine. Examine. For example, the clerk looked over the account. The clerk looked over the account, right? This is the example. Okay, look into. Look into means what? Look into means to investigate. To investigate. For example, you can say कि the police are looking into the matter. The police are looking into the matter. This can also be an example. The police are looking into the matter. Okay, you know what is the basic difference between look over and look into? Make it sure कि whenever we talk about any crime, whenever we talk about any crime or mischief or any you can say, we always look into the crime, right? Look into the crime, it is said. Okay, make sure ki look into is done by either police, or you can say cop, spy, CBI, or higher authority. Police, cop, spy, CBI, or higher authority, what they do, they always look into. But look over, this activity can be done by any of us. This activity, look over, can be done by any of us. Like an engineer does what? An engineer looks over his project or his you can say his project. Okay, a mechanic, what he or she does, a mechanic always looks over the machine, right? Okay, a teacher, what he or she does, a teacher always looks over his student's notebook, right? So any one of us can look over any project. But if you talk about police, cop, spy, CBI, or higher authority, what they do, they look into the matter, right? They look into the matter. Okay, look out means, look out is to beware or be watchful, to beware or to be watchful, right? We always listen like ki look over, look out of pickpockets, look out of pickpockets, you can say, or look out of dogs, look out of dogs. This is the example, you can say. Okay, next phrasal verb, if you talk about, seventh phrasal verb is look for and look forward to, look forward to. Eighth one, look forward to. Ninth one is look down upon, look down upon. And 10th one is look after, look after. This one is the 10th phrasal verb on the basis of a verb look, right? Look for is what? Look for means to search, to search. Search to what? Search to a person. If a person is missing, you can look for him, look for him. You can look for anything, any commodity. You can look for, if you don't have a job, so if you are seeking job, it means you are looking for a job. You can look for a person. If a person is missing, if a thing is missing, you can look for them. And if you don't have a job, and if you are seeking a job, it means you are looking for a job, right? So example can be there ki I am looking for, I am looking for my brother, I'm looking for my brother, I'm looking for a pen, or you can say I'm looking for a job, I'm looking for a job, you can say. Okay, let's talk about next phrasal verb. And the next phrasal verb is what? Look forward to. Look forward to means to expect or to hope, right? To expect or to hope. Example, if you say, example, you can say ki I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon, I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. This can be example. I'm looking forward to means I'm expecting, right? I hope to seeing you soon, right? Okay, next sentence, if you talk about, next example, next phrasal verb, look down upon is to hate or to consider someone inferior. Look down upon means to hate or to consider someone inferior, right? To hate, nafrat karna. right? Example, if you say example, you can say ki don't look down upon others. Don't look down upon others. Don't look down upon others. Don't hate others. Don't consider others inferior. Don't consider others inferior. Okay, look after is what? Look after is to take care. Look after is to take care. For example, we should look after our parents. We should look after means we should take care our parents. This is the example. We should look after our parents. So these are the phrasal verb based on a verb look. These all 10 phrasal verbs are based on a verb look. So are you getting point? Are you getting my point? Is everything okay? Yes. Yes, dear students. Do you have any doubt or query regarding this class? So this is the phrasal verb. What we do in upcoming classes, in every class we shall discuss a grammatical chapter, like we are moving to subject verb agreement. We are discussing subject verb agreement, and we shall also discuss some vocabulary like today we discussed phrasal verb. In next class we can take some synonyms or antonyms, right? We shall discuss this one. Thank you Abhishek. The session was wonderful. Thank you brother Abhishek. So what you have to do is you have to share these lectures to your friends, your relatives, right? Just inform others to join these sessions of English. And apart from English, all other lectures also you get on this platform, Crack Grade B, this YouTube channel. So keep sharing, keep subscribing, and it's enough from my side. So I keep my finger crossed for you. Take care. Goodbye. Jai Hind.